In all honesty, Ruth Kadiri plays these funny characters so well. When it comes to comedy, she just plays them really well. I mean, look at Sapa meets Japa, Roroli, the way she was walking, and now this one, a wife for sale. She's really hilarious. She's absolutely funny, and so she plays a character called Uche, and Uche is a notorious lady who goes around beating anybody and everybody. Once you cross her a little bit, even if you don't cross her, Charlie, this girl will just finish you. And she beats people, including those her father owes. I mean, your father is owing me, and I come to you. I come to your father that I want my money. Your father is not paying. Every day excuses, and you come and you beat me on top of that. And anywhere you see me, you beat me up, which is why. You know the funny thing, this guy that he's been beating comes over to apologize to her parents. Say, I beg you, talk to your daughter to forgive me for coming to her father to take the money that he owes me. Like, and the parents also, after apologizing on behalf of their daughter, took the yam and the fowl. I'm like, so does that mean that Uche is justified in beating this young man? And I think that was also quite funny and intriguing was the fact that she does not assault her parent. In fact, when her mom spanks her, she stops. But she goes out and beats anybody and everybody. Ah, Charlie, the girl, oh, that character she played was just hilarious. Then there is a bombshell, a male Uche. But in his terms, no, he's a drunkard. He drinks alcohol, is always drunk, and his name is Alika, played by Stephen Odingbe. The guy played the character so well. I've watched numerous movies of him, but with this particular one, the way he walks as a drunk, the way he talks, his mannerism, they were so on point. Like I've not seen him play such a role and deliver it so well like he did with this one. Now he is a drunk. Now because Uche's father owes Alike's father, the parents go to the meet and then you're like, no, let me exchange my daughter for the debt that I owe you. Okay, and they tell both of them the night before the introduction. I mean, how? A day before the introduction, you tell them that you're marrying me off. No wahala. But then this drunk, Alika, his name is even funny. He comes to this introduction drunk. In fact, the palm wine that he came along with to ask for the lady's hand in marriage, drinks it. The one the lady is also going to use to choose him or go around with, the Nigerian culture, you go around with the palm wine to give to your husband. That one too, this man said, I've drank it. And finally, they, agree to, go ahead with this marriage, and Uche goes to hand over the palm wine to the husband. She's just standing afar. She just stretches her hand. I'm like, hey, this is not how it's done now. You go kneel down and all those kind of things. But Uche now, in her own world, she's not correct. I mean, in quotes, Alikatu is not correct. Look at the fights that broke out at the wedding. I mean, how? The husband comes to, it's like a peg, but because he's drunk, he just does anything, and then wife is just beating husband at the wedding, even when they are not even done with the introduction. Imagine they going home. They went home, they continued the fights there. The first night, they fought. It was a funny movie, honestly. Very funny. Now, Alika continues drinking. He drinks morning, afternoon, evening. In fact, money that has been given to Uche by his father to cook, so that they will all eat, he steals it, he goes to drink. And this Uche young lady goes around warning people, warning those who sell palm wine, don't sell to my husband again. If you do that, I come and beat you. She shows them shiggy. Now Alika is still stubborn. He goes around. And the scene where the woman was asking Alika to give her the money he owes, and it was so funny. When she came, she saw that the woman was on top of her husband, beating him, asking for her money. Then she just comes, smashes her head with whatever thing that she was holding. And the one is like, hey, who is killing me here? She's like, if you don't get her from, like, she was just beating the woman. She didn't ask any question. She didn't ask why she was being beaten. She just beats the woman. And because she can beat you, she comes and then she beats you without any explanation. Okay, that scene was really funny. But then they go home and she's like, it's either you stop drinking or you never touch me as a wife. So there is this agenda, what I've called agenda Alika must stop drinking. Hashtag. Now Uche says, this ball rolling, the husband must stop drinking. It's too much. She can't take it. Morning, afternoon, evening. But why? So with this agenda rolling, Uche goes to this palm wine place because once the husband is not in the house, he'll be at a drinking spot. She goes there, tries to beat the woman and then shake her small, not knowing the woman has already planned and there were guys on standby. Once she got there and she started doing her thing, now the sports owner called her boys and then they came and then they shook her small, the lady collapsed. And Alika is drunk, like he didn't even know what was going on until later he realized that no, this is a serious issue. He carries his wife to the house, they later take her to the hospital. Then, after they came back from the hospital, that was the very first time that they had one sound, reasonable conversation. He was scared by what happened, and then, what? Let's go into an agreement 10 days of being sober, 10 days, no fight. Then, we can make progress. And so they tried, they started this thing, and then 10 days, Adilka did not taste palm wine. And Madam Uche did not also fight. There was a trap. There was a man who came to the house to demand his money, but then she was like, she was just holding back, holding back. So they all did well on their 10 days, and then nothing happened. No drinking, no fighting. One thing though, I thought that the exterior of the homes that they were using and the interior did not match. See the outside, and then when you go inside, it's like some middle class people. I mean, for Uche's parents and then their home. Or you are saying this is a typical meaning of don't mind the body but mind the engine. No wahala. The way the movie ended, no, I don't think the wife should be for sale. Even though they sold her, before all these good things and then this changing came, but at the end, I think she was really a treasure for Alika. In fact, he even went to the father's house to say that what, I know you gave her to me because of the debt you owe my father, but now I want to really properly marry her. So I think the movie had a beautiful ending. So let me know what your favorite scene was. Do you want to like this video? Do you want to subscribe? Leave a comment, and then I'll see you again with the next review. Until then, do take care and it's a bye from me.